Here, we're going to apply science to something very useful, making a man fall for you. Now, obviously, we're targeting this, or the article, I should say, from hercampus.com is targeted at using science to attract men for women, but a lot of this stuff could as easily be used if you're a man, so stay tuned. The first is to use body language, because they talk about pheromones here, and there's also little things like signals of interest, like, yeah, like touching your hair and things like that. These are things that the brain sort of understands means that someone's interested, but you can fake them just as easy. Like something as simple as they talk about how when you're interested in someone, you blink more often. So you can force yourself to blink more to show someone that you're interested.
That sounds disastrous. Do not force yourself to blink more.
All of these are potentially disastrous.
Right.
But if you look, using harnessing science is both a potential benefit and a potential risk. You know, with great power. So
in this context, you are letting the guy know that you are attracted to him.
Yeah.
But how do you get him to be attracted to you?
No, but the idea is that these are things that will clue him in that you're interested and possibly make him make a move or something.
I see.
For instance, using pheromones, you might not want to shower. You might want to wear underwear for a few days in a row, something like that. And you harness the power of that to draw him in.
Okay, so here,
that doesn't work as well for guys.
There are other things on this list that John will get to, but I can't help myself, I have to jump in. In my experience with communicating with men, okay, doing these little tricky pizzicky like hints and things like that, it does not work. You gotta be straightforward with dudes.
Are you saying that Cosmo lies?
Cosmo is lying.
Cosmo didn't do this, by the way, but Cosmo loves doing that sort of stuff.
Guys are straight shooters for the most part.
It depends. There might be some sort of natural bend.
But usually you should just be straightforward with guys and let them know what you want, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know that that's difficult to do, especially if it's a guy that you're interested in, but you just tell them like, hey, let's get coffee. I'm kind of into you. Right? Yeah. I think that, but then there are dudes that are unattracted to that. Like,
yeah, that it can put someone off. Like, so guys want to chase too. I mean, maybe not if they're going to the bar or something like that, but if you're meeting him in class and everything, if you come on too strong, he might have sex with you. Yeah. Then that might be the end of it. So these are things to sort of like try to develop something more long lasting. Yeah. The second, and this one I think is so funny, is they say be a copycat. And what they're basically saying is there's quite a bit of science that says that people like people who do certain mirroring techniques, like people who talk similar to them or use similar like expressions or hand motions and things like that. This was actually lampooned in an episode of The Office where I think it was Andy was like trying to like mirror his boss, and it didn't work well for him. And I imagine this is another one where, as you said, it could go horribly wrong. Like, if he uses a certain expression and you use the same expression, that could make him feel more comfortable or more familiar. Yeah. But if he notices it, that's going to look really bad.
Yeah, and instead of mimicking that person or copying his or her style or speaking style or whatever it is, maybe it's a good idea to find common interests. So if it's a television show, for instance, and you find out, like we like Game of Thrones, right? Look, by the way, we're good friends. It's none of that, right? But if I were trying to woo John, maybe I would bring that up constantly. Like, hey, did you watch Game of Thrones last night?
Aren't Dothraki cool?
Yes, but you know, it's you find a common ground.
You did talk about Game of Thrones with me, though.
Uh-oh. So you guys know what I mean. Like, find that common ground and build on that.
And that's sort of a similar thing. It's less explicitly like physical or scientific, but that's, and look, one of the others.
Real quick, like let's say someone's interested in you and they show up to work wearing that shirt. Like, or something similar to that.
Fit well, maybe.
Oh,
I can only think of one person at this company who would wear this particular shirt, by the way, other than me. Well, maybe Steve-O. I don't want girls wearing the same clothing as me, but like if a girl expressed interest in black t-shirts, I might be into that.
Okay,
since
all right.
I have a few.